Stories of 5 notable community members buried in Evergreen Cemetery are coming to life tomorrow in Voices of Evergreen. Melissa Rogers, president of Save Austin Cemeteries, joins us this morning to talk more about it. Melissa, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Happy you're here. Let's start out by talking about what Voices of Evergreen is. Can you explain that to our viewers?
Yes, so we really got a grant from the City of Austin Heritage Tourism to do a virtual tour of Evergreen Cemetery. And as part of that, we wanted to highlight some of the notable people buried there. We started with a list of over 125 people. There are some amazing stories to be told. It is very, very difficult to choose which ones to tell. So we actually had a committee winnow it down to 5. Some of my favorite stories made it. Some of my favorite stories hopefully will be in Voices of Evergreen too. But we chose to highlight 5 community members: Norman Scales, Juanita Kraft, Elmer Akins, Carl Everett Downs, and Friendly Rice.
Now, these are notable community members buried in Evergreen Cemetery. Tell me a little bit about the process of narrowing it down to those 5, because that's probably quite a process as everyone has such unique stories.
It really was quite a process. So we had a committee of, I think, 7 or 8 people. And what we did initially is just broke it down, gave people sort of 20 names each, and they researched them. And then from those 20 names, they just came back and kind of plugged their favorite ones. I actually tried to stay out of the process in terms of plugging my favorite people because I didn't want it to be as if I just chose people. The stories that we came up with were absolutely amazing, and there are equally amazing stories still remaining at Evergreen. So we are hoping to have a Voices of Evergreen 2, 3, 4, 10, hopefully someday.
That's excellent. Yeah, these sound like very interesting stories from community members that have made their mark here. Now, how does Save Austin Cemeteries work to preserve historic cemeteries?
So we actually work with the City of Austin, and our mission is limited to the 5 city cemeteries in Austin. And we do footstone resetting at Oakwood Cemetery. We maintain a butterfly garden at Oakwood. We've helped with the veterans mapping, so mapping the graves, locations of the veterans' graves. We do flag placement for Veterans Day. We did that at Austin Memorial Park and at Plumbers this last year. We have historic tours. In fact, tomorrow we have a historic tour, Spring History Day tour, that will coincide with the showing of Voices of Evergreen. So it starts at 11:30, it goes to 2:30. And the theme is Wild West Stories from the Iron Front Saloon. So people associated with that, as well as in the morning at 10, we're doing a dedication of 2 cradles that helped preserve the gravestones of 2 members of the Texas Revolution, James Patterson and Washington Anderson. We worked with the Odd Fellows Capitol 39 to make cradles that actually preserve those gravestones.
Excellent. Again, this event taking place tomorrow, Voices of Evergreen. Where can viewers go, Melissa, to find more information about the event and the organization as well?
So you can go to our homepage, sakhome.org. It will be on there. In terms of finding out information about the event, you can also go to the Oakwood Chapel webpage, city webpage. And if you would just like to view it, we now have the film up on our YouTube channel. It's about 28 minutes, and the feedback I've gotten is that it's amazing and people cry. I admit to crying the first 3 times I saw it myself. And we actually premiered it last weekend at Greater Mount Zion Church, which was an amazing experience because we had so many community members there. And it ended up being a wonderful time for people to reminisce, particularly about Friendly Rice, who was the principal of Blackshears Elementary School. And a lot of people there had come up under Mr. Rice and talked about the impact he had on their lives. And it was just an amazing event. And you really got the feeling this one person who many people have not heard of impacted so many people's lives in this community. And those are the kind of stories that we want to tell.
I love that. A lot of interesting history. It sounds like we have so many interesting community members, a lot to learn there. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.